Hello everyone, this is Jazz here at Jazzocrathlete and of course at Urban Athlete Fitness, and welcome back and thank you again for checking me out and going along on this journey with me post shoulder surgery. This has been a long one for me, and especially someone being an athlete and being held back, being held down and having to be sedentary and not do the things I normally can do, especially obstacle racing. It's in my name, Jazzocrathlete, and I haven't been able to do one of those in 2 years. So I'm working towards it, and I'm doing everything I can to get there, and I'm pretty committed. So I want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey and checking out my diary. Today we're going to be into phase 3. This is basically, a month after surgery, and you've already been doing rehab for 4 weeks. A lot of the exercises are going to be the same. You're still going to do what we've been doing in phase 2, but just adding to that. Again, phase 2 and 3 can look the same, but just making the exercise a little bit more intense, adding a little more tension, a little more weight, a little more range of motion, and things like that. Hopefully it'll help you, anyone that's suffering from shoulder surgery and just kind of wants to know the steps and what's gonna come about and what you're gonna see, what to expect. How you can make some of these workouts your own. You just take a little bit of here and there. It's really important information, so hopefully you're enjoying it. Of course, share this information with somebody that might be going through it, and if you're going through it, I wish you the best of luck. So take the exercise we learned today and on top of what you've been doing on phase 2. Let's go. All right, so one of the things I do is, the therapist could definitely do some manual release for sure, but sometimes you can do it yourself. All right, so you take a ball. I like these soft balls, but a lacrosse ball will do just fine. A tennis ball might be too soft. Basically, I'm trying to work this area here. So I do get some knots back of my neck. So there's a couple of ways I approach it, right? So if your arm still can't get it up here, it's going to be hard to do like here. But with one arm, you could just hold it, right? And you're going to find a knot. So put your head down, and you'll find a knot, and you're gonna press. And that hurts a lot, right? Because my neck is all knotted up. So there. And then you can go up and down this neck area here. So basically I'm like this, right? All right, and you hold. Usually they break up in around 30 seconds, sometimes a little more. Do whatever it takes. Go down the whole neck. Try to get even a little bit behind the ear a little bit back here. You might need a smaller ball for that, but that works as well. Just kind of work up along that side, the injured side, up along that cervical spine, which is your neck. All right. Then you want to get those traps, so you could just put this against the wall. You can put your arm here, or just kind of hold it here. But you definitely can get your neck and even behind your scapula, your shoulder blade. Just hold your arm here, and once you hold your arm a little bit across your body, not too much, it'll hurt if you do, just a little bit, support it, go up and down that shoulder blade. So I'm going to give you another angle. So I'm going to get that shoulder blade. Ow, that hurts a lot, right? Stay on the spot. We're doing some trigger point therapy right now. It's not supposed to be comfortable. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable at this point. Release each spot, right? Do a little, contortion and get that trap area, right? I can feel right above, like my shoulder right there. If you feel like you can't get to this part against the wall, then just hold it like I did before, right? Or have someone else do it for you. This boy is going to be a key part of our training and progression. So try to get one of these. Any hard ball will do, but this soft ball works really great. So along with the other exercises I showed you in the video before this one, on exercises for phase 2, week 3 and 4, we're going to still do those, but now I'm start to adding some other ones a couple of the ones that I've been doing on my own that I wasn't shown by my therapist. So this is kind of what I do. This is my business, right? I try to help athletes get back to a place where they can get on the field again and be functional and get their strength and power and speed back, right? That's kind of what I do. So I'm doing that for myself right now. So I'm going to show you a couple of things I do. All right, so you want to make sure your arm is parallel to the floor if you can get there, right? This is not for very, very beginners because you can't do anything unsupported, and you cannot even get your arm here unsupported, even if you try. So your arm's gonna be parallel to the floor, right? You wanna push through with your palm. So you wanna almost like push your arm away, like you're pushing someone away. So we're not just gonna be here. We wanna push our shoulders, like try to push our shoulders out of the socket, right? And you're gonna put pressure on that ball. So here. Then I want to rotate this ball, make circles with this ball 30 times. 30 that way, and then go 30 this way. And you can do 3 rounds of 30. If you're feeling discomfort, or you're feeling fatigue, or you feel like something hurts or pinches or burns, just stop immediately. But this is a good one. It's gonna help with that rotation. Another exercise you could do for athletes is you want to try to work with your shoulder on quick reactions and the ability to be able to hold your arm up in place for a long time. Here we were pushing up against the wall. Here it's just going to be free hanging. But now I'm going to be holding this ball, any ball will do, and I'm just doing this. Right? And that is challenging. Oof. All right. Then I could just turn to this way. And I can go this way. Right? I'm doing like 20 to 30 of those 3 times. Once I start to get pretty good at it, I'm gonna actually start to bend or hold on to something, but here I have nothing to hold on to. I'm just gonna bend and just do the same thing here, right? To try to, I mean, this is a pretty hard move, even if you're not hurt. So this might be something you could just see if you're capable of doing in the first place, right? You might not even be able to just get your arm here. So check that one out, see how that feels. Let me know what you think. All right, so one move I was trying to do for myself again. So I'm a coach for my son. I play football with him, baseball. I'm still active. I'm still doing what I need to do, and I want to keep doing it for another 20, 30 more years. So I'm going to do everything I can to get back onto the field, right? So I'm going to take this ball. I'm going to come back. Proper throwing motion, right? Now that's hard. It's hard for me to get because what it should look like is this, right? Come across, right? That's what it should look like when it's healthy. Let me show you this angle. Back, you got that L, 90 degrees. Come across the body. Back. This is just good throwing mechanics. So that's what I'm working on, throwing mechanics, but also a range of motion. So come back. Right? Very slow. I am not pushing too hard, not rushing, right? I can't even get this arm back enough to really push through it. It's uncomfortable, it's tight, stiff. It hurts a little bit if I push through, but I'm gonna do that a few times. So that's something you can or cannot add. Again, we're talking at least a month into your therapy. These are things you can start to incorporate, especially if you're a throwing athlete or an overhead athlete. Okay, so take that towel exercise, those slides up against the wall. We can increase the intensity on that by using that same pole we did for the shoulder flexion, laying on the floor. And now we're gonna hold it up. We're going to go against some kind of bar or pole or something that can just kind of keep this in place. And we're going to walk towards that and just try to walk further, get closer and closer, right? This is basically taking my shoulder and bringing it back into flexion, right? I could even go as far as doing the slides like we did against the wall, right? Come up here. Same deal, I'm going to be doing 30 of these or 3 sets of 10 or 15, whatever you can handle. If I do 30, chances are I'm doing more than 1 set anyway. But you could do these, and again, also trying to walk further past this pole, trying to work on that shoulder flexion. Okay, basically now we're gonna work on shoulder extension, trying to work those rear delts behind the shoulders, and as I'm gonna bring this down. So we can get a TheraBand or even a very light resistance band. And we're just going to grab here and pull back, all right? So you're gonna feel a lot of this tension in the back of your shoulder and even on the side of your shoulder, all right? Because where the incision points are, right, we're still kind of working through scar tissue. We're still, you know, feeling uncomfortable in those areas. So again, same deal here, 30 of these. I apologize, the audio went out on this video, so I will continue with this mic. Going off that TheraBand, I'm now going to do a lat pull. Just basically going to try to activate our biceps and our lats. We don't need to go too far back with the elbows and get into retraction. Here I'll step back a little bit if I want to create a little more tension. If you're more advanced and you can get past this move without pain, you can certainly just step back or get a bigger band. Okay, so next we're going to work on a progression or regression for a push-up. So we can't, at this point in our phase, in this phase 3, we shouldn't be doing push-ups from the floor yet, you know, even from the feet, even from the knees, you know, so we have to start off higher, an elevated push-up, so to speak, right? Yeah, maybe even a bench would be hard, whether it's knees or feet. So here we're just going to start on the wall. We're going to lock our arms if we can, kind of keep them parallel to the floor, lock the elbows, and then we just start our push-ups. You can see we're activating those triceps, working on that elbow extension. Try to do 30 of these or 3 sets of 10 if there's no pain. All right, so that about wraps this video up. This was kind of a long one, but it was just more just to get, you know, an idea of, you know, how long it should take to do therapy. It shouldn't be something that's just a quick thing that you sprinkle in. You want to be committed to this. You want to spend, you know, 2 or 3 hours per day, and that's, you know, including your physical therapy. If you do it on your own, then you want to come home and ice it or use heat, or both. I use the ultrasound. I use a stim machine. I can show you a video on how to do all that stuff. I have a portable one that I keep at the house, and I do that. So it has to be something you want. You're going to get out of what you put into it, right? So that's what it's about too. So if you want to get that progression and keep moving forward, do what's going on in these videos and keep watching me. And thank you for tuning in. My name is Jazz here at Jazzocrathlete, and of course at Urban Athlete Fitness and on all the socials. So try to like this and of course share the information for anyone you know that might need it. And thank you. See you soon.